Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Buzz, and today guys, I'm going to be doing the episode 2 of Minecraft Redstone Basics. So before the video starts, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing to your friends. It would mean the world for me. So yeah, let's just crack on with the subject. So today's subject will be comparators, because comparators are really difficult to understand, and I'm here to teach you all the secrets of comparators and how to use them. So yeah, let's just crack on with the video. So let's take a look at this basic contraption I have going on over here. This is really simple. Here we have a comparator with 3 lines. We have the primary line, the secondary line, and the output line. How this works is really simple. If I turn on this lever, I'm going to have 15 redstone power running into the comparator. So this is going to be the input, and I'm going to have an output of 15 because, well, I have an input of 15. So basically, it gives me an output of 15. Now, if I have an input of 14, it's going to give me an output of 14. And if I give this comparator an input of 12, it's going to give me an output of 12. So the comparator is basically mirroring the power source that I have in input. And the thing that's cool with the comparator is that you cannot power these redstone lines using the other side, because it's, as you can see, I have a sort of arrow over here. And this is how you know you can't power these redstone lines. Now let's take a look at this secondary line, which is used to compare the signal. Let's say I have an input of 15. If I activate, well, you know, I have 15 in output. If I activate this lever, nothing is going to happen because, well, nothing's going to happen. The thing about this phase of the comparator is that if this secondary input is higher than the primary input, the signal is going to go to turn off. So if I take a redstone torch right over here and power, so this line is 15, and power this one, so this is going to be 14, well, the signal over here turned off because I have a higher input in the secondary line, and from the primary input, which is 14. So because this is higher than the primary line, I'm going to have, well, the signal is going to turn off. Now, let's take a look at the subtract mode. So the subtract mode is really cool because it basically subtracts this line with this line. So if I have 15 over here and let's say 15 over here, it's going to give me an output of 0. Because 15 minus 15, well, 15 minus 15 is equal to 0. But if I give it an input in the secondary line, of 14, I'm going to have an output of 1 because 15 minus 14 equals 1. If I give the comparator the power of 12, well, I'm going to have 3 because 15 minus 12 is 3. This is basically how comparators work. It's not really complicated. You just need to learn a little bit how it works. So if you really want to learn a little bit more, you should really just go and do a creative world and build this simple contraption and test it yourself. So the comparator isn't the only item that has this third line mechanic. The redstone repeater does too. So if I have this little contraption here where I can input data and I can lock or unlock the memory, well, what's going to happen is that over here I can put my data into the lamp, so it's going to turn on. And if I want to lock this data in so it remembers it, well, as you can see, I can't take this data off the lamp. Now, if I want to turn the data off, well, I just need to turn the memory off. And if I want to lock this data so I can't input data anymore, I just need to lock the memory, and I can't put any data in it. So how does this work? Well, it's really simple. It works with repeaters being locked. So if I put power into this repeater and lock it, well, even though I take the power off, it's still going to have this phase where it's locked with power. If I turn off this repeater, it's going to turn off. And same, if I lock it in this mode, I won't be able to input power in it. So this only works with repeaters going into another repeater. If I put redstone, as you can see, it's not going to lock it. And you can easily see if a repeater is locked by having this redstone, well, this bedrock texture on your repeater. Now let's take a look at this contraption that I built. This is a simple lock system door. So as you can see, I cannot power this door. I can cannot open it, and it's always going to be closed. I can open it with my fist because it is an iron door. Now, if I put a special ID, well, right now it's paper with the name ID Exvios, and if I put it in here, as you can see, the door is now accessible, so I can open it and close it, and in a couple of seconds it's going to close like so. So how does this work? Well, it's really simple. We have 3 full contraptions here. We have, well, the door over here, which, well, really doesn't really count as a contraption, but yeah, let's count it as a contraption. You have this automatic sorting system for the ID card and the clock, so that the door automatically closes after a certain time, because like you don't really want to put your ID card, so you imagine this is a piston door and you unlock, I don't know, it's to a vault or I don't know, your house. Well, you want to open it, go through, and you don't really want to go back into your barrel and take your ID card right away. What you want to do is really just go do your stuff and work on your project and stuff like that. So that is why I added this clock, so that it automatically locks the door after you go through it. How does it work? Well, as I said, this is an automatic sorting system, so it compares the block that goes through this, and right here it compares the ID. So if it is not a piece of paper with the exact same name that you see here, it's not gonna work. I put ID Exvios, but you really would need to put a password to this, because so that your friends or other players cannot guess your password. Now I'm going to put my ID card in this barrel. It's going to travel into these hoppers. When the item goes into this hopper, it's going to see if the item can go into the hopper below. If it can, well, if it's the same item with the same name, it can, so it's going to stack with it. But if it is not, it's going to go to the next hopper, which is going to go to the garbage. This is where the items that people try to put to unlock the door go. Once this goes into this hopper and passes, it's going to go to the last hopper that is going to lead the item to the barrel. The barrel is then going to be compared with this comparator, so it's going to detect the item, which is going to give power to this block. This block is going to unpower this torch, which is going to unpower the comparator, giving us access to the door. Now, the clock, which is this contraption over here, is really simple too. When this block is going to be powered, it's going to power this redstone repeater, which is then going to power this block, leading to this redstone to turn on, locking this this hopper, so that if I put an item in it, it will not move, so it will not go into this hopper, because as you can see, the hoppers are facing each other. So that means that when I'm going to power this hopper is going to be locked, this power is going to be unlocked. So because this redstone dust is not going to be activated anymore, so it will be releasing these 23 pieces of redstone into this hopper. And once the 23rd piece of redstone will enter the hopper, this comparator will have enough power to power this redstone repeater, which is going to power this NOT gate. So it will basically just turn off this redstone torch, which will unlock this hopper, giving the possibility for the item stuck into this barrel to go down. So since it's going to go into this hopper, there will be no item anymore over here, so nothing to compare. So the torch is going to light up again and lock the comparator. So this is really a basic system. It's not really hard to understand. Maybe I wasn't clear enough, but if you want to build this contraption, I will do a video. Just comment down below if you want this video. If you want it, I will be really pleased to do it. Anyways, yeah, this is the basic about comparators and a little bit of locking redstone repeaters. I didn't include this in the first episode because it was a little bit more complicated than what I wanted to introduce. But yeah, right now we just took a look at redstone repeaters. So guys, I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and share to your friends so that you can make this channel grow. That would be awesome. And yeah, it was Bios offline.